Good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for coming on to tonight's training. I'm sure a lot of you hopefully will have seen that I sent out an email to every single one of the UK agents this morning. I feel as though there's been a little bit of a lack of communication. I know a lot of your uplines, your platinums are American and they're so different over there. So I just wanted to reach out to every single person individually and just let you know that I was obviously here for any support and any one-to-one trainings, and obviously just let you know about these trainings as well, because I'm more than aware now that a lot of people aren't actually realizing that they can come and join these trainings live. So for anybody who is watching this not in real time, if you haven't received that email, please do let me know, because I'm pretty sure that I did get everybody on the list. So it might be that I need to look into something different. And for those of you that do want to join in real time, please do it. It's every single Thursday. It's at 6 p.m. and the link is on the Travel Cafe and on the Facebook Archer Facebook group as well, the UK group that is. For those of you that are here in real time, we do obviously have so many conversations, helping each other out, what's working, what isn't working, new things to try, different ideas, different ways of trying different things. So for anybody who can join, I do think you will get more out of it than just what the topic of the training is. So I just wanted to throw that out there at the beginning. And then on to tonight's training is really straightforward. I've done quite a simple presentation. So I've been getting a few people of late asking about what might be the right thing for them to do. They don't know whether to specialize in a niche sort of area or whether to be a jack of all trades, a one-stop shop, as I like to call it. And the truth of the matter is there's no right or wrong answer. But as I was explaining to the agents that are here in real time at the moment, what I did realize when I've been asked these things is that I am subconsciously, without realizing, I am quite biased accidentally. The reason for that is I've never been a specialist. I've always sold within agencies that sell everything. So I realized that without meaning to, I'm probably maybe putting people off being a specialist, which is absolutely not my intention at all. So I've gone away and basically I've researched both, and I've come up with this short presentation. As I say, it is a shorter one tonight, but I've very much based it on pros and cons of both. And what I'm hoping at the end of it is that it's a very non-biased presentation, I hope. And the second thing I hope is that you can walk away just with enough information to make up your own mind of what you think is the right thing to do for you and for your business and for any of your team members that you may already have or may plan on having. So I'm going to get into straight into the presentation for you in a very non-biased way. This will just help you if you are on the fence or undecided, or maybe it's not even something that you thought of. As I say, hopefully you can gain just a little bit of something out of this. So navigating specialist versus one-stop services. So as I said, this is exactly what the presentation is about, just showing you the advantages, the disadvantages of both, of being the specialist, of being the one-stop shop, and helping you hopefully decide if you are undecided on that. So defining the role of a specialist. So a travel specialist is literally an agent who will concentrate on a specific niche. And obviously I've only put down a couple of ideas here, but adventure, luxury, cruise, group travel, or even a destination itself. This kind of approach will allow you as an agent to develop, obviously, a huge amount of knowledge on that specific niche area. And as I say, that could be a destination or it could be a type of holiday, luxury, for example. But that will then ensure that you can provide tailored advice and that real high exceptional customer experience levels, customer service levels, and really give yourself that go-to name for whatever the market might be. So the pros of specializing in something. The first thing, stronger supplier relationships. So if you are focusing on a specific niche, you are effectively being able to cultivate a strong connection with suppliers, or with, let's say, hotel chains, for example, where they may focus on, they may all be very luxury. You know, there'll be certain hotel chains who only have 5-star properties, for example. And you really get those strong connections with those suppliers and with those hotel chains, which does ultimately lead to you being able to then negotiate your own deals and gaining exclusive offers and, excuse me, things that maybe travel agent Joe Blogs down the road can't get. And again, that can be very simple things. It could be, let's say you gain such a connection with a hotel that you're at the point where you've negotiated with them, and any client that you send there get, I don't know, 20% off any spa treatments, or they might get a free bottle of fizz and fruit platter and things like that on arrival. It may be discount off an a la carte restaurant or something like that. But by building these kind of relationships, because that's what you're focusing on, could well and usually can lead to these deals and these exclusive offers. The next thing is, of course, a tailored client experience. So if you specialize in something, obviously the first thing that you're going to do is ensure that you possess that knowledge that really does allow you to provide those personalized, tailored recommendations. You know, you become known as that person who sells X, which of course will always enhance the experience for your customers as well. And of course, it gives you the marketing opportunities. It's a clear focus. You are effectively marketing a specific service. It makes it very much easier to attract a customer who is specifically seeking that expertise in the area that you're dealing with. And then, of course, as I say, we're going to do pros and cons of both. So the cons of specializing in one specific thing. It can, of course, lead to a narrower client base, which may then limit the growth opportunities. So if you are deciding that you're only selling cruise, for example, then obviously anybody at all who wants to do land-based or something different, they aren't going to think of you. So any agent that's focusing on a specific niche market may then, of course, not attract a diverse range of clients and can then restrict your business potential. There's also the market vulnerability. So there is, of course, fluctuations in any type of travel, which could affect the sales. So, for instance, if a specialist focuses on adventure travel, then the economic downturns or the environmental issues can impact the bookings in that area. If we switch that up and make that even easier, if you focus, let's say, as a Caribbean specialist, then you do, of course, have the hurricane season and the rainy season, you know, in our summer. So you're restricting yourself in that kind of area or that time of year, I think is the best way to put something like that. And then, of course, missed opportunities. So by solely concentrating on one thing, you are then probably going to start overlooking other lucrative opportunities in other areas. It can then lead to missed sales potential, missed opportunities, and of course, a lack of the changing market and not being able to adapt with new trends and new conditions, which unfortunately in travel do happen very, very often. So then over to understanding the role of being like a one-stop shop, a one-stop agent, a jack of all trades. So you do, of course, you're able to offer a wide array of services. And that'll be everything from flights, accommodations to tours, activities, car hire, etc. This model is then, of course, designed to meet diverse customer needs and preferences, making it easier for clients to find everything in one place. That one place is, of course, yourselves. And the pros of being a one-stop shop or a one-stop agent is, of course, the diverse client base. So you're going to attract a variety of people. You're going to be able to cater for different travel needs and interests, which, of course, will appeal to a broader market. The cross-selling opportunities. You can offer bundled services. You can encourage your clients to purchase multiple travel components through yourself, which of course will increase the overall sales opportunities. You can offer those second holidays, those extra, weekends away or whatever it might be, which you wouldn't necessarily do if you specialize in one specific niche market. And the flexibility, of course, in the services that you're able to offer. So you're going to be able to quickly adapt to any like market trends, anything that's changing, client preferences. There might be a trending destination of the year, which does tend to happen. And that, of course, will allow an agent to seize the new opportunities and to stay competitive and to stay on trend. And of course, your long-term client relationships. So by being able to provide a little bit of everything, you can obviously build those relationships a little bit easier with your customers. They appreciate the convenience of just being able to go back to that same person, no matter what it is that they wanting to do. So it could be that they are keen cruisers, but then may also do, I don't know, a skiing holiday or something in the winter, a family holiday in the summer, whatever it may be. So, of course, you're able to build that relationship because you're able to provide them with all of those services. And then the cons for being a one-stop agent as well. So the main thing that tends to come up is the limited expertise. So what you're going to face is the challenge of being able to maintain the high level of knowledge across all of those different sectors. Obviously, if you are specializing in something, you're putting all of your time and effort to ensure that you know the A to Z, the ins and outs of that market. If you're selling everything, then there's just not enough time or probably brain capacity to actually be able to have 100% knowledge on every single sector. And a complete understanding of absolutely everything that you can sell. So this can, of course, if you allow it to, result in a less effective service. Maybe you're not being able to give them as much advice as what you would like to be able to give, because you are taking bits of knowledge on everything to ensure you have some understanding of it all. And then challenges in personalization. So on top of this, you may struggle to provide a more personalized service, which is, of course, what all of your clients are going to expect. And that's simply because you're managing such a wide range of services. And it can, of course, stretch resources quite thin. So competing with a specialist who focuses on a specific niche can be difficult because they are expected to know the A to Z of it all. Whereas obviously, if you're selling a little bit of everything, they are going to be able to offer a deeper insight and a more tailored experience. So finding the right balance. So both specializing or adopting this one-stop agent approach will come with its own benefits as well as its own challenges. But this is where you guys need to evaluate your own individual strengths, your own target audience, and of course, those market trends. If you are planning on doing something, let's say luxury, you're certainly not going to face any challenges of time of year. That's never going to be a problem. But what you are going to then come across is that your page, your social medias, your marketing does then need to fit exactly that niche. It needs to look expensive. If you are tailoring your business to high market value and very much all singing, all dancing business class and that luxury, you have to ensure that you as a person are coming across that way. And that your marketing and everything that sort of relates to the business says exactly the same thing. It all needs to follow on from each other. It all needs to flow. And you have to, of course, still stay on trend to keep building that new client base. So tailoring services whilst remaining adaptable can lead to success in the travel industry, and it absolutely will. So once you've understood your own strengths, is your strength the fact that you can tailor something to everybody? It might just mean that you are having to look at some more things up. Have you got the confidence to know that actually, if I've got Mr. and Mrs. Smith at the other end of the phone and they're asking me about something that I'm not 100% sure on, what I do know is that I'm confident enough to be able to go and seek these answers to these unknown questions and give them the answer without them realizing that I didn't actually have that knowledge and I've had to go and seek it. If you've got that confidence in yourself, then you don't necessarily need to specialize in something. But if you think that you can tailor your whole business and do the, and stay on trend and the market trends and reach your target audience, and it's something that you're passionate about, then 100% specializing in something is the right move for you. Everybody will be different. And as I said earlier, there is absolutely no right or wrong answer. And the presentation is that short and sweet. As I said, I certainly don't want it to be any kind of bias, put anybody off doing a certain thing or try and swing somebody from one side of the fence to the other. I simply wanted this to be purely informative and just a bit of something that I put together. So as per usual, if you've got anything else, please drop me an email or a WhatsApp, however it is that you tend to contact me, and I will make sure that I get back to you all as soon as I can. Again, any questions or anything, bring them to the table. We shall discuss next Thursday. So thank you, everybody, for joining, and I shall see you all next week. Thank you.